What up, chat? Give me 1 second to figure out the video.
Oh, going full video. Hang on, for some reason it's bugging. Does that look good? Yeah.
All right, now I gotta fix this.
All right, I think we're good. Jay, as you can see an active P&L, I'm just on an eval. No, Jeremy, OBS does this wonderful thing where, oh wait, I have 2 mics. Hold up. How about now? We good? Yep. I know, echo. We good? We're not good now? All right, are we better? Why is my voice so weird? How about now? Nope, it's quiet. Shit.
All right. Are we better? There we go. Sorry, chat. OBS sometimes is just a pain in the ass. Finessed. I just caught an ES long. Just, this is an eval that I'm just trading right now. I was just taking the early session trade here for the long. The target would have been like 95s. Once I saw it start rejecting, plus the fact that I was just dealing with audio, I got out. But I caught a bit of a long there. I do still have the other accounts that you can see are at 0 P&L. So that's the fundeds. I haven't touched them yet. Was waiting for stream for the most part, but I took a little quick trade on the eval. To be honest, I'm kind of interested in just trying to pass this thing. Now, mind you, we need to get up to the full 3K, which we'll see. But I'm not opposed to trading a little aggressive with it today. Full port now. No. Yeah, Logan, there was an update, but what pisses me off about OBS is it just deletes it, or it makes a bunch of things stop working randomly. Like you guys saw at the beginning of stream, and right now my cam, for some reason, is off. So let me fix that. All right, cam will be a little messed up today, but we'll figure it out later. Doesn't look bad. We'll live with it. Anyways, chat, how you guys doing? Now that we're back to somewhat figured out. Polar Bear, I would love a broader continuation overnight. The only thing that's likely leading us to not continue right this second is Apple, right? Because Apple had a big earnings hit where it's gapping down decently, while Amazon is up nearly 9%. So we'll see where the market wants to go. I would love a continuation. At the same time, though, we're right at this prior range area, so a little bit of consolidation isn't shocking. But if we can even go up and take out today's highs, which is this spike up here, I'd love it. Good, Mosfab. Microsoft went. I saw. Not just Microsoft, dude. It was Microsoft, MU, and AMD. All went absolutely parabolic. Marks, I'm not sure. But something that gets me really interested in now, and you guys saw I already had this drawn up a little bit. Obviously, NVIDIA is not running 15%. But if NVIDIA plays any game of catch-up tomorrow and gets over 197.5s, I'm going to be stalking this chart the entire day, ready to trade it. No, Gael, I didn't. What happened? What up, Ron? What up, Rev? Marks, a lot of my options trading just came from looking at YouTube. And it's just understanding the options. But all it really comes down to is just picking the right option and the strike and then trading price action. Today was a rocket ship. It was nice. I mean, we talked about it yesterday, right? If we got that bigger continuation push, it makes sense for bulls to get that broader continuation. If we can get above 390s. We ended up clearing 390s and never looking back after the pre-market data. So I feel like today was a really, really easy upside potential. I didn't trade much in New York. I kind of just took the morning session off, which, you know, probably missed some nice moves. Could have also gotten nuked here on a pullback. So who knows? I got chopped up in QQQ today. I don't blame you. A lot of range throughout the day, especially Qs. Qs ranged aggressively, which is interesting. Because throughout that whole period, the NASDAQ, ES obviously pulled back more aggressively and then doubled its move. While NQ really struggled until ES was up around here. Gael, welcome to the hedge fund industry. That's like the GME AMC type squeeze. It wasn't retail traders going, oh, I'm going to screw over the hedge funds and get this huge rally. It was hedge funds seeing their competitors over leveraged in an opportunity that could easily squeeze, and they were liquidating each other. It is a dog-eat-dog world. The Brune Echo, that was just an eval trade. I took a long, I think just below the open, and then let it ride up to there. I got in at around, right around the open. So right around like 79.80s. And then I just rode it up, and I closed like up here. But if you see me trade this account where the P&L is already green, it's just me trading an eval. Oh yeah, Gael, they will absolutely body each other if they see someone over leveraged. They will do that wholeheartedly without even looking back. Because you're talking billions of dollars. If they can, one, make money off of them while also bankrupting them, they're getting market share. Jeremy, the entry was right here around the open. Just looking for the break above. I believe it was on this candle after we retested the open. Normally, how many evals do you like to stack up? I mean, right now my number's like 3. I'm seeing if I can get up to 5 on Lucid. I would love that. But I'm not going to spend a shitload of money doing it because obviously 3 accounts is still phenomenal. But I work my way up, right? I trade 1, get a payout, then I size into it to get more accounts. If I got a payout with those, I'll size back into it more with more accounts. And then with an end goal of getting up towards like 5. Yeah, 3 solid. Hell yeah, Zay. Yeah, Alex, I would love a continuation up. I haven't done any broad market outlooks yet, but I will in a minute once we get a few more people in. No, AJ, I haven't. I personally haven't been live with a prop firm just because there's times I get a little degenerate after a few payouts and end up just losing the accounts, but then I roll into new ones. Yeah, Gael, I actually would. If we got down around the open, I might be willing to put an order, like an open order sitting at 80, 80.5 and just throw like a 5-point stop on it. What's the 15, 30 hourly? I mean, could pull back a little bit. Problem is, if we want a broader consolidation, there's a chance we get a more aggressive push lower. Because honestly, anywhere between 77 and 80, I'd be a decent buyer. Now, obviously, if we got to 73, I'd really be willing to buy. Of course, Diana. What up, AXP? What y'all think of Lucid Dailies? I think it's a good option for people that want daily payouts. For me, I can't get over the pros. I love the pros, and I'm willing to continue to trade the pros. Chat, I'm going to take a little entry on ES here, right above the open. And I'm going to throw a stop at 75. Now, mind you, this is just an eval, right? Yeah. Where was my entry? 81. Zay, I still don't know what the max payout on the 50Ks is, personally. I haven't used them. I've heard a lot of different numbers. Like I've heard the 150Ks is like 12K or something, but I haven't looked deeply into it. I had a mango, now eating Doritos. Hell yeah, Gael. I've got live with Tradeify 2 times, and both times blew them. Big mental barrier stopping me there. Need to figure it out. I'm finding my own live account. C-Dog, what I would say is just when you go live next time, because obviously you can do it and you'll probably do it again, size a little lower. Just size a little lower out the gate, build that buffer up a little bit, build a little consistency and confidence, and then let it rip. Gael, I don't blame you at all. Like I said, I'm willing to buy anywhere between 81 and like 78s. If we pull back below that, is what it is, then the higher time frames wouldn't look as ideal personally. Because we'd have the 30 be a little bit more aggressive. If the 30 closes like this in the next 5 minutes, we'll likely spike lower anyway, which it is what it is. But we'll see. I'm just playing the overall slight support hold, see if we can get a little push up towards the highs. Yeah, Moses, I'm in this. You can always look right below my name and you'll see unrealized P&L if I'm in a trade. If this trade goes well, it might just be a night of ripping evals. Ripping. Mid-sell, sometimes you just got to do it, right? I've got a couple payouts lately. I can burn a few bucks. NQ is going down. That's a green candle, sir. If it goes down later, it goes down. If that 15 holds, it should be good. We'll see how it ends up closing. But we need like 3 minutes of buying pressure, and then we should be all right. Young, what size account are you trading? If you're ripping that much size. Alex, I don't know what any of that means. I know it's new week opening gap, but I have no clue what that is. Yeah, we'll see if we get a push. I'm not overly stressed about a trade at all. I also have this at 97.5. Nice, Young. Forgot to do my normal pull. Vish, I just feel like it. There's no like crazy thing. My fundeds are here. They're this account right here. That's the leader of the accounts. I'm just trading evals. Just seeing if I can grab a few extra. If we can get back up towards 90, we can move the stop. But I don't like how NQ is kind of reacting a little bit. We're a little stagnant right now because Apple did get smoked on earnings. Not doing too well. Amazon's obviously holding up very well. Rest of the market's okay. Coin got smoked. But we're just seeing if we can get a bit of that continuation. By the way, chat, if you guys do hit the like goal, y'all already know what it is. We've ran it the last 4 streams. We'll be running a giveaway for you. So it's up to you guys. Today, though, I am watching the like count. So if it shoots up 50 to 100 immediately, I know it's one of yous. Dude, I have this weird feeling that I need to yawn and that my left ear needs to pop, and it won't happen. And it is wildly annoying. Dude, it is the most annoying thing in the world. Because right before stream, I had an hour-long meeting with Jake and the rest of the streamers with us. And the entire time, I just kept yawning because just that feeling. Like, I'm not tired, but I keep yawning. Price looks great. Logan, it gave some momentum. NQ looks way worse than ES does. We'll see if we can get a little bit of continuation. Ideally, before the Asia session, we can get up to target. We just need 30 minutes of buying pressure. Nope. Didn't work. It's like, it is just something with my left ear. I don't know what. Yeah, Miguel, I know how to stabilize. It's what we do when we go scuba diving. What up, Tiffany? APO, just taking the long off the opening range support. Right around here between 81 and 78. I took an entry down here. Obviously, we got a point of a pullback, and then we're starting to get a little bit of a push. If you look at the different time frames, 15-minute, trying to set a higher low, fail to go lower. We actually just triggered, which is good if we hold. If we slam back lower, we'll likely go retest the open, possibly lower. But just looking for a broader continuation. I have a bigger thesis that we're either going to range throughout a mass majority of the overnight, like yesterday, due to the 4-hour structure, right? All the other time frames. Makes sense to consolidate around here. But I would like to see if we can go up and get towards yesterday's highs. Been in short since 420. So you took the rejection off yesterday's highs. I like it. 100% like it. If we end up consolidating, this will likely pull back. And I'm just playing the game. I think we're either going to get a continuation trend overnight or we are going to heavily consolidate. We'll also have to see what Asia does, which is kind of why I want the rally to happen before Asia, but the likelihood of that is pretty slim. Yeah, West, I'm in. I'm just trading eval today, but we are up 1350 on this eval, somewhere around there. This is a Lucid Pro. You guys know I've been trading him for 2 weeks now. Been doing well on him. honestly slowly becoming my favorite account. Well, quickly, I would say. And if I keep trading them like this is going to be my favorite account by far. It's exactly what I got, Logan. Yeah, I don't even want, like, this isn't even looking for a crazy push. This is just 16 points into yesterday's highs, right? Like, if we get this push, it is 8 points over the session highs. That's not crazy if we get up here, especially with the current session range being 21 points. So we're targeting less than the current session range, just looking for that little push back higher. Because to be honest, no, Bruno, I'm trading a 50K. I only trade 50Ks. But for me, if I wanted to short this market, I would want us to take out today's highs. I would want to rally into 515s. Give me a big rejection throughout the overnight, then look for a short. That'd be dream world for me. Do we have to do that? No, because I mean, look what we did yesterday. Held the lows, rip right back up towards the highs. So it doesn't have to happen, but that would give me more confidence if I was leaning more so bearish on the market, which 39% of you that answered the poll currently are. What up, Dougie? What up, Hunting Pips? He's bearish right now. I mean, Brian, if someone told me they're bearish and they want to short, okay. The only thing that matters to me is your entry. Like, if you're just blindly shorting continuation days, yeah, what the hell are you doing? You know? But if you have a logical thesis behind it, if you want to short, because in theory, we're slamming off the 7,500 resistance, which has been a big pivot. Little towards the end of that. We are still in a daily range. We are still in a weekly range. Now, mind you, like I said yesterday, any acceptance above 75, 63, 50s, no, 74, 11s, which was last week's lows, I'm bullish. Going into tomorrow, I have zero interest in shorting unless we get all the way back below 410s. I will short below there. I will not short below there or above there. It's not the way I trade. If that structure is that clean right now for me, I would rather short if we got back below that, which means there would be a 70-point move before I'm even interested in shorting. And I'm okay with that. If that plays out, am I going to miss a big move to the downside? Of course. But it fits my criteria. Brian, I'm not looking for huge moves on the indices. Because if you look at the YM daily, it's one of the weaker indices. It's fighting clear as day the 52 fives. But just pay attention to the last week or this week's candle. If we end up getting above 52 sevens, yeah, I think we can see a bigger push tomorrow. I think it's pretty easily, if the indices want to see a bigger push, for them to happen. If we don't tomorrow, I would say the market's not as bullish as people would think. But this 4-hour chart, is it a little extended? Yeah. Can we get continuation? Easily. People will look at this, and this is what I'm not going to do, is look at this and be like, there's no way we get continuation. Because of these moves that we had when nobody wanted the long because the market couldn't go higher. It can always go higher, and it always will. But if we do pull back, I'll be stopped. I'm just not going to short until I get confirmation on that weekly chart. Rav Boys, I don't know what that is. Yeah, for swing trades on YM, I love when the daily looks a lot cleaner than it currently does. Yeah, APO. I agree. Do I think you got a really, really good short area? Yes. Without using any of the level 2 or just options flow, essentially, like you are with Gamma and Bookmap or liquidity flow, you shorted the rejection of yesterday's highs. I love that. If I want to be short, I want to short that rejection and see if we can get a bigger continuation. But obviously, like you said, if we get above that, we start getting the opposite absorption and we're likely going to see a stronger push. So I love your entry if you wanted to be short. I have zero problem with that. I'm just on the other side. One of us hopefully will be right. ES is the top 500 indices. So it's not going to include every single NASDAQ name, but the mass majority that help move the market, yes. A good way to look at it though is I just look for relative strength, relative weakness, overall structure shift. Like if you want to look at divergences right now, ES is sitting down here. Yesterday's highs up here. NQ already took out yesterday's highs almost at the Asia open because likely of Amazon. And then we got another continuation to spike those highs. If we continue to fail these highs, there's a chance we get more bearish because of that little bit of a divergence, right? We keep testing this. If we get above yesterday's highs, bulls should easily get a continuation. If we don't, I could see a short playing out pretty quickly. But I'm playing that overall thesis for ES to go make a similar move to this. That's how I look at all the indices. I'm just looking for relative strength, relative weakness, and what I might be interested in. You look at these daily charts, there's a huge difference between them at the moment. NQ has obviously been relatively weak throughout the entire structure and ended up leading to a larger day today. However, even though it has a larger day, structurally it is still weak. You look at NQ, it is below the June 11th low, where ES held and tested the June 11th low at the close of yesterday. So it's just little tidbits that I watch and I pay attention to. Like something for tomorrow. I talked about last week's lows. ES is far away from it. YM is far away from it. NQ is not far. NQ's low is around 28,212. If NQ gets below that, I could easily see a big short trying to play out. I could easily see a pushback lower to try to get a weaker weekly candle or even a monthly candle. Because obviously we know today is the last trading day of the month. But if NQ wants to close strong, this is where bulls have to step in. We have last month's lows at 28,517. If we get a close over that, that is not a bad monthly candle at all. And all this was a pullback with range. Tomorrow's a holiday? No. When I say today's the last day of the month, today is tomorrow. Because today is tomorrow's trading session. You know what I mean? I'm talking like market terms, not calendar terms. You're good, brother. Have you been down a tick on this trade? Yeah, Logan, right here. This trade, I went down 3 ticks, actually. Hey, Young, how about we don't? Can we? Yeah, because look where NQ's testing again. We're spiking yesterday's highs and rejecting. If NQ gets over this, I have full conviction for this to hit without any hesitation. If we reject this, what happens? ES tries to set a 5-minute lower high. And we start to build out this, which is very similar to what we did yesterday, which I didn't love. If Trump is long, I'm long. Dude, Trump's always long. All Trump does is give a dip and then buy the dip. That man had what, like 20,000 trades since he became president? That's light work. Man's out here scalping the 15-second chart. Young, aren't you on? Didn't you say yesterday you're on your last 2 accounts that you're willing to trade? I'm not talking about like the entry if you want a short, but the no stop is where I got an issue. Because you have a target at the bottom of the 15 and you have 0 stop. Appreciate it, APL. Are you drinking fruit punch out of the bottle? No, it's just some high quality H2O. I mean, yeah, finesse, but trading is just about risk. I care more. Like, I will take 100 trades without a target and not care. I will not take a trade without a stop loss because that defines everything for you. Yeah, just because you got drawdown doesn't mean you should risk it, all my guy. And I'm not trying to like target you. It's just a generalized thing because I used to do that. And I never got out of that until I started respecting my risk. Yeah, I would have no problem if someone wanted to short yesterday's highs looking for that rejection. Because to be fair, I bought on a pullback, right? I bought as the price was selling off because I had anticipated that we'd hold that area. One Trump tweet will wipe it all out. Mitzel, one anything in this kind of market will wipe it out. Especially during Asia session. Dude, you get one hedge fund that's bored and wants to trade, you're going to see a 100-point candle on NQ in 30 seconds. Yes, this is an eval, but yes, I'm trading it exactly how I would every other account. My stop is now at 480. It's a tick below this low. So my current risk is $175. New iPhone 17. Logan. The thing is there anything new about it? Or is it the same iPhone they've made the last 8 iPhones with a new name and maybe a different camera? Yeah, Brian, that's a good way to go to prison. Targeting the president's family, that's a great way. All right, nice. So the first trade and this trade just locked me out of a Tradeify eval. Unfortunately, that's a 40% consistency, so that one's just gonna be a pain in the ass. See you later, Aaron. Have a good one, brother. One market, one contract, one move the market, but 2 thumbs will. You right. Yeah, Young. Like I said, I'm not trying to go like towards you, but it was more so towards your comment yesterday where you said you have 2 more evals to trade, and after that, you're done. I don't want to see people fail. I don't. So I just don't like the no stop loss. But if it works for you and you do well with it, let it rip. You just obviously need a higher win probability with it. Because I know if I do no stop loss, I would probably get absolutely smoked. What up, Chubbs? Chubbs, I need you to do something because every time I see your name, I think of one thing. And I need this to be your picture. This is all I think about every single time I read your name. So I need it to come to fruition. Same iPhone with new extra software updates. Everyone wants to go buy it. $1,200 phone for nothing. Just marketing manipulating people buying a new phone. It's just hype. You know how many people? Did you just say who is that? To this? You, sir, are uncultured. Have you never seen Happy Gilmore? What's this pullback doing? I'm going to put a stop at 83 instead. I mean, it'd make me barely anything. I don't like this selling. But we'll leave it there. A long ass time ago? You should remember who Chubbs is then. Finesse, did you say where the fuck y'all at because we pulled back a little bit? I mean, you're gonna need that low first. Number one rule of trading, brother. Don't celebrate till target hits. Never. This is why. That aged terribly. Did you end up getting out? You said you're going to swing buys, or are you just trading the other way on a different account? I thought you were targeting this low. Or were you targeting the 15-minute candle low? My man's a super scalper if that was his move. Anyways, nice trade if you caught it. Glad you closed out, though. Off to run 10K. Good luck with that, VT. I feel like that's the craziest thing about trading, too. Is like, this is a good example. He fully got out of that trade off that short. While we have actively, at least me, I've actively just been holding this. So like even on little pullbacks, people are making money within your trades. Going to 84.75 with the stop. Tailing this 5-minute low. Because obviously if we reverse this candle again, it's not going to look good. Yeah, I mean, trading is about psychology and risk. Well, Young, I mean, not to target you, but you literally just said you had zero stop on that trade. No shit, you give it back. If you don't have a stop, it gets really easy to give it back. Had to be some type of news. I saw a lot of, I think Japanese data was coming out. Chad, I will say, there are currently 170 of you guys in here. Right now, we're not on pace like we were yesterday for the giveaway. We're at 71 likes, almost halfway through stream. What do you think about intraday unfunded accounts? I think it's dumb as hell. Are the accounts that intraday's on usually good accounts to trade because of the upside reward? Yes. But find me one singular trader out there who says, I would love, like, you know what I would love in trading? Is if my stop loss on the entire account trailed my unrealized P&L. I don't think you'd find one. If you do, I want to question that person's mental sanity because I don't think they have it. Now, mind you, I know there's people that trail their stops within trades. That's different. This is trailing your liquidation number on the entire account. Like this right here, we'll use this as an example. I was at 490. 490, this trade was up 825. Back down at 85. I obviously lost $500. If I closed right there, this trade would have been green, but my drawdown would be less because of that pullback. I think that is dumb as shit. Appreciate you, Diana. Yeah, that one wick would have just absolutely crushed you. If I have an intraday account, my goal is either trade small, look for base hits. Like this trade, I probably would have just targeted this high and be like, you know what? Call it. Find another entry if we want it. I'm about a full port, 4 minutes soon when I see a scalp for 10 ticks. Why most traders prefer black background? Erdo, I use night mode for every single thing I own. I do not use it for anything else. My YouTubes, Googles, phone, every single thing I have is night mode. That's why I prefer it. I don't like the white mode, especially because a lot of my trading and stuff happens at night. I don't want to be at my computer at 3 a.m. with just a bright ass light in my eyes. I already have one light in my eyes from stream, and that's enough. Like at night, the only thing I have is those LED bars on. My entire room's dark. You need some blue light glasses? Don't worry, Brian. We got them. Can't wear them though, because when I look up, you see the light. I haven't worn these in probably like a month. The only reason I can't wear glasses is because of that. Like, I actually wear glasses. You know what's crazy? Obviously, a lot of y'all know I'm colorblind. I'm colorblind. Pretty sure. I mean, I know my brother has astigmatism, but I also need glasses. So, like, I just got fucking nerfed right out the womb. So, I mean, my vision's not terrible. Like, I can drive and do everything without glasses and be fine. I just can't read. What kind of camera do you have? 1 second. Sony ZV-E10. You're colorblind when it comes to gray, blue, and black. So Logan, you must absolutely love my charts. Wait, how are you colorblind when it comes to gray, blue, and black? Is that even a thing? What up, Jake? Chad, I may regret this. I'm very tempted to go flat through Asia. Let's do it. It's an eval. Who cares? I went flat. So about 1.2 R. Nothing crazy. We'll see what Asia brings. I'm fumed. Logan, you did just talk about full port. Are you fully colorblind or partial? For me, it's just hues of colors. So I think there's a certain amount. There's like 5 cones or 7 cones in your eye. I'm missing one of them bitches, I think. And it's like hues of colors. So if you get like a greenish brown that is like very greenish brown, I usually can't tell if it's green or brown. Just stuff like that. Shades of different colors, not great. Overall, yeah, just certain colors. I just have no clue what the hell they are. Like when we tried to paint the house, we had to bring my mom in because me and my brother are both colorblind. Dark green looks like black to me. Something. Oh, Logan's colorblind as shit. Got it. Young, what do you mean I have no consistency? On this eval? No. Yeah, Miguel. I mean, here's my thing. If someone walked up to me and said, try these glasses on, their colorblind glasses, I'm in. Sure, I'll try them. But if I go out and buy, like right now, I don't know what I'm missing. And I'm okay with that. You know, there's just a whole nother world of colors out there that I don't know exist. If I get them bitches, I now know what I'm missing. That sucks. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep, yellow, orange, reddish colors, all of it. We need to unlock the new levels. Yeah, here's what I tell people. I've had people genuinely like feel bad from saying this and don't because it's dumb. But like the sunset you guys see, I will never see it that way. And no colorblind person will. What does money look like to you? Money? I don't know, dude. Same color it looks like to everybody else probably. What up, Bugs? I think I already said that. P.S. Dude, colorblind test. You know what's crazy? I found out I was colorblind because my grandpa's colorblind. But I found out I was colorblind because my brother took a test in the Marines for colorblindness and failed it. That's how I figured it out. All right, so chat, here's an example of like the level. You're not getting these tests for driving? No, dude, they don't give a shit if you can see colors. They just care if you can see the road. This one, I can see. That I can see. I can see an elephant right there. That 12. If anyone can't see this, I feel like you are just blind. But like, I don't know if there's anything on this one. Don't know if there's any. Wait, there might be a 2 on this one. 2 or an 8, I'm not sure. This one I can't fully make it out, but it looks like it might be a duck or something like that. That one's a 6. This one I have no clue. That I have no clue. This, it's a blob. No clue what it is. Can see that clear as day. That's okay. I see it like a half circle here. Don't know what the rest of it is. 12 is clear as day. I think that's a 5. That's a 5. But like a lot of these are just blurs. This one, if there's even something there, zero clue. This one, I maybe see a 3 and a 4, but it is very, very subtle. Like I can barely see this. So like that's the type of colors that I like can't see. But some of these I can easily see. Should I might be colorblind too? Dude, there's a large percentage of people that are colorblind and have no clue. So if any of you guys couldn't see some of those, congratulations, you just found something out. Don't worry, Chad. I will be looking for more trades today. I'm not done. So about 1 in every 12 men are colorblind. So let's say out of the 160 of you, 120 are male. There's at least 10 of you in here that are colorblind. Hell yeah, Diana. The other 12 just don't know the colors. Yes. Shit, we just found out we all colorblind in your stream. Welcome to my life, brother. I found out when I was like 21. No, it might have been like 18. Jay, you want to know something else that's kind of crazy? So I've had the same, and I know I'm going on a lot of random ass topics today, is what it is. Wait, what's this chart doing? 90, could probably throw a stop at like 87. Let's do it. We'll go in 90, stop 87. I know that was fast as hell, but like I said, we're trading a little aggressive on an eval. And then we'll get into the random conversations. I need 1350 on this. Oh, it only put me in one contract. That sucks. Oh well. We'll just get out here. See if we can catch it. Nice part is if it fails, it's low risk. It's like 200 bucks. But I've had the same like car insurance since I was 17 years old. And they've been charging me out the ass, like over 200 bucks for one car. I forgot that I canceled my insurance. And yesterday I got notification that it had ended, so I had to redo it. I decided to go with the exact same company. Filled out the exact same quote with actually higher numbers for like more coverage. $70 a month. Changed absolutely nothing on the quote. And it dropped 140, 150 bucks a month. Mind you, does it make any sense at all? No. But I was paying a 6-month premium of like $13.50, and now I'm paying, I think I paid like $4.25 for 6 months. Yeah, Ollie, I have full coverage. I called my mom to make sure I did everything right, just for the coverage aspect. She even made me put like the little aspect for, I think it's $10,000 in life insurance if I die in a car. And that up to like $1. Age is a big factor. Yeah, Eldred, I thought so as well. But I realized on my old plan, when I hit that like 26 area where it's supposed to go down, they upped it like 20 bucks a month. And they just continuously kept upping it for me. Yeah, Manveer, I have that as well. Uninsured motorist. I have uninsured motorist, like the 2 different types of it. I literally filled out like every single thing you could. Because my initial quote was like 40 bucks. Elder, the first time I did it was online. Second time I did it was also online. So if you're overpaying on car insurance, get a fucking quote. Yeah, Pia, you figured it'd be the opposite though. You figured if you like stayed with the company for a while. I didn't get filled here. I got filled horribly here. So it's a 1.3 trade. You figured if you stayed with them longer, they would give you discounts and shit. But no, they don't care about it. Awesome slippage. So what happens when you buy in on a candle that's breaking. Plus, when you're trading an eval, I expect it. Chat has now gone up to 73% bullish. I accidentally bought more contract. Good luck. I mean, this trade's not going to do much for me. I wanted 2 contracts. It ended up being 1, so it's like $300 profit, $225 risk. So I'm still going to have to hit more trades to pass anyway. It will be nuts if today I decide to trade evals and do like 1 to 1.5 hour trades and just go 3 for 3. What's the 15 look like? Kind of just sideways. Slow grindish up. And Q probably... It did break over yesterday's highs. Yeah, this might pull back a little bit. Nice part is it's stupid low risk. Appreciate you, Preppy. How you doing, brother? Yeah, Miguel, I mean, it's one thing that's crazy is stuff like that. You just never learn. You kind of have to do it on your own or your parents teach you. Yeah, Ollie, Lucid Pro eval. See you later, Diana. Why am I up so much? My stop loss is tight. I don't remember moving it. You just crushing it, brother. Chat, we are halfway to the light goal, but we need more. I would love to give an account away today on stream, but we are strict with our numbers. Only have you have to pump them numbers up. We got 166 people in here this current second. And less than 100 thumbs up. Kind of account, you giving away 50K, Brian. Likely, I think it's a Lucid Pro. I have to check the sheet. It's either going to be a Lucid Pro or I think a Tradeify Growth. You went long the YM. Nice. Depending on your entry. Nice. Yeah, Brian, that's why we need 200 likes. We're not giving away cheap accounts. We're giving away the accounts. Logan, you went down $800 to make 160? What the fuck? Man's got what? 1 to 6 R to R? Brian, people are sleeping with what? Take loss, stop profit. Always. No, Ollie, actually, because I've just been taking quicker trades, I have not done a huge breakdown. Oh, on me? Appreciate it, brother. But I have not done a huge breakdown. I can still. I have no problem doing it. No matter what, at the end of stream, I will. But I've just got in and started fucking ripping trades right out the gate. Because usually I wait like 15 minutes-ish to do it, and we got right here, and I immediately entered a trade. I could tell. Yep. Maybe we just got to adapt the trading style for this session, guys. If this hits, we might just have to adapt. Start going for like 1.5s. Mitzel, I'm going to need you to drop 99 more likes to get it. Agreed, Ollie. Like, it's not like we're consolidating. Yesterday, I would definitely be less interested in taking a bunch of shots because of the range. But if we're going to get a trend higher, I'm going to keep buying the dips and keep longing it. It is, I mean, I really wish I got filled 2 contracts. But my problem is I enter 1 contract at a time. It didn't fill me yet. There we go. All right, filled out of that one. 3 for 3 so far. Need 1,050 more to pass this account. Appreciate you, Logan. This move saving my account? Hell yeah, guy out. But no, when the market's trending, that is when I excel. Because I will be aggressive. And I have zero problems with it. You guys have seen the days when usually I hop on stream and say I'm willing to take stabs, it's worth it in the end. You'll wake up funded. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, I'm not like over eager to get this account funded because I'm not even, the craziest part is I'm making zero money on my funded account right now. Like, I'll switch to it. It is currently sitting at $0 in P&L. I am just having fun ripping an eval. Hold a micro long, go to sleep. Not terrible, but it really depends. Because I still think we can build a range out on the higher time frames. I do. Agreed, Rain. I'm the exact same way. But normally, I mean, you guys see it. I usually enter trades I'm in for an hour. Today, we're taking trades that are taking 10, 15 minutes, which is giving us some nice opportunity. Now, what are we going to do? Wait, see what the market does. Where are we consolidating? Right where we wanted to, right below yesterday's highs. If we consolidate here a little bit, I'll buy another pullback. I don't care. Laura, I use my strategy. Multi-time frame analysis, lower time frame trend. 5-minute buy setup right here off this support that we had marked prior up into yesterday's highs. This is the exact same way I trade every other day. I'm just being a little more aggressive today with lower targets. Hell yeah, Most Fab. What up, good boy NQ? Yeah, Laura, no matter what way I trade, it's typically always going to be the exact same strategy, just multi-time frame analysis. There may be different intuition aspects where I'm longing off support or shorting off resistance. Like if I wanted to short, I would have no problem shorting off yesterday's highs if I wanted to be more aggressive. But I don't want to short right now. NQ is above yesterday's high, which we talked about. If we got above there, we'll likely see a big push. We got a big push. I guarantee you a decent chunk of you guys took a long in this. Whether you're still holding or not, that's the tell. But there's good opportunity for quicker trades this session. $605 is not crazy. Let's start looking at the higher time frame since I did not do any analysis. I mean, I did a brief analysis, but not crazy amount. We're sitting right at the 7,500 on ES. If you look back, you can see how well this has been respected. We've pivoted on this high since May 11th. That is the mid of this current range that we're trading in. We went down to the lows. We've been up to the highs. We're right at the mid now. So far, yeah, today's trade was off the lows into the mid. Now, if we do break this, I think we have room to 75.50s without much in the way. There's likely going to be lower time frame resistances, but if you look at this daily chart, if we break here, you might see a little bit of struggle around 25s, but this big 50 pivot would be my main target. As well as us well above last week's lows. I have zero interest in shorting until we're down here. We fully engulf this bearish bar. If this, like I said yesterday too, and I know I keep saying, like I said, whatever. If we were bearish, this should have never happened. We should never have gotten above 74.10s and got above last week's highs. If bears were truly in control in this market, today's candle would never close how it closed. Can we still end up breaking lower in the future? Yes, of course. It's the stock market. It does whatever it wants. But this is not a candle that I'm willing to short into. Even if it works out, I would just come back Sunday and see what the market looked like. 4 hour reason we likely consolidated a little bit is the resistance we've had. 85s. We've watched it for a while. Above, we have this 515s, 520s. I do need to adjust these a little bit to more recent price action. But if we break yesterday's highs, there's nothing in the way up until like 525 on the 4 hour. We can make that push, which is only 25 points. It's not insane. We can get 50 points. It's not insane. If you look at today's candle from yesterday, we rallied 168 points. What's another 50? What's another 100? Tomorrow could easily be a trending day if we get a decent gap up. Like if we gap up above 520s, I want nothing to do with shorts, and I just want to long every single pullback tomorrow without hesitation. And that is my thesis basically until proven wrong. So we have big pivots to keep an eye on, but if we do get above it, I'm looking along again. And yes, I am still watching the video. I am stalking this chart like crazy. Because if it gaps over right where it is at the moment, I mean, look at this chart. Is this chart weak right now? Yeah. We have one of the largest daily supports and resistances on NVIDIA at 197.5s. If you look at the rest of the sector, AMD, 13% rally. MU, 18% rally. Barely even broke above the prior day's high though. And if we look at NVIDIA, NVIDIA is known for when it breaks. I mean, look at all of the pivots and holds off of this resistance. Held here, rallied 6%. Broke here, rallied an additional 4% in one day. If we break and get above 197.5s tomorrow, what stops us from doing that? Obviously, we have some resistance at 202.5-ish, 202.3. But if we get above that, my target's 210s. Do I think that is a crazy ass move? Yeah, 1000%. Is it possible? Of course, it's NVIDIA. I mean, NVIDIA's ATR at the moment on the daily is $7.3. 7.3 puts us at 202 immediately. That's $5 if we open around 197.5s. So if I trade at all tomorrow, it will likely be NVIDIA, and that will likely be the only thing I do trade. But once again, I'll be watching that chart. If we gap over this daily resistance, I will be most likely in something. Zay, sometimes, because you're not kind of chasing that momentum, right? Because obviously the thing that's going to push it up is the bid ask being pushed higher. So if you're buying lower, you can usually get better entries. Yeah, Rain, most likely. I mean, it most likely, a lot of people trade similar with just little different things that they use. But when the market trends is when I love trading. I love doing, like that is when I do the best. When we get trending session, trending days. I have no problem buying pullbacks and just taking stabs until it doesn't work. Ideally, though, if we look for another trade, we want this consolidation below yesterday's highs. What we don't want is below our last entry, which is the prior hourly high. So 74.91.50s is going to be like the line in the sand. We get below that, I'm not overly eager to long. But if we maintain and hold above that, get a decent 15 and 5 minute structure, I'm okay taking more longs. You long a turtle soup? Always. Every time. Rain, that's one of the best quotes. It is. The interesting thing is NQ is not pulling back. Likely because of names like NVIDIA getting an aggressive gap higher. MU's also up for an additional 4%. AMD's up 3.5%. Tomorrow could be a nice day, depending on where we open. Miguel, not necessarily, just looking to retest prior breakout. So like if we come back down to 91.5s, that's not a terrible area to look to see if you can get a long off of it. All you're doing is trading the trend, right? We've gone down, pulled back to the prior breakout, retested, which is my first entry. We rallied again, pulled back to this support that I was watching. Obviously, I got in a little later here, got in up here. Once we started to break, got in. Where did I target? Just the prior resistance, today's highs. Now, if we pull back, retest this, we're just doing the same thing. We're just forming an uptrend. Hunter, it's very clean if it holds. Tomorrow's going to be a really big telling day, ending the month. Do we hold last month's lows on NQ? Can we hold last week's lows? If we get below it, next month could be the same price action, maybe a little more bearish. But if we continue to maintain it, I love it. RTY, YM looks strong. ES looks okay. Enter there. Stop 90. What's oil doing? Oil still sideways. Dollar sideways. NKD is ripping. See if we can get a 5 minute spike lower first. Finally, July is over. It is, brother. Rain. And like, I truly hope if people are trading options, they at least look into NVIDIA. And I know I've been harping on this a lot, but the contract pricing does not make sense to me. It truly does not for the moves that it makes. You can make an astronomical amount of money on NVIDIA off of a tiny ass move. Going into today's close, looking at this chart. If NVIDIA breaks 197s, like I said, it can easily go to 202.3s. The 197 calls, which were $2.50 out of the money, were $1. If this pushes up here, they're $5. The math just maths. And that wouldn't even be, I don't even think that'd be a full ATR move. It would be an ATR move, but that'd be it. While the other semiconductors are absolutely ripping. If this makes just the average move on the daily, it's 500%, 400%. That is like, people overcomplicate options so much. And that is exactly how I trade them. I look at a chart. What move can this potentially make? What are the options currently priced at? And is it worth the risk? If I looked at those contracts and they were $2.50, I might not take it because the probability of them losing a lot of value overnight would be higher. And it wouldn't necessarily be worth it. Yeah, Ollie. I mean, it's been a hard month for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people struggling in July. If I win an account from Duck Race, I promise not to blow it. Well, I mean, chat. Before I started talking about NVIDIA, we were at 112 likes. We are at 170. Who the fuck keeps like-botting the goddamn stream? You're doing it to a point where it doesn't make a huge impact, but you're getting just close enough to get the giveaways. And it is clear as day that somebody is doing it. Because I've never seen 60 of you like the stream in 2 seconds. And right now, the likes are jumping up by 4, which could just be normal, right? Because I talked about liking the stream. But 70 in 3 minutes. Yeah, Brian, people do that because they want the giveaways. So this goes up. Talked about it before. It's why I'm actively watching the likes, because somebody keeps doing it. Chat, I'm going to take a small long here. I'm in 2 contracts, stop at 91.5. I got in at 95, stop 91.5. And then my target is going to be here. It's AXP. AXP wouldn't even, that's not even worth AXP's time. Yeah, the thing is, whenever someone does like bot it, all it does is negatively impact it, because then I got to move the numbers. Because now, since it's happened like 3 streams in a row, and if you think about it, the only stream that we didn't get a lot of likes on was the one we didn't run a giveaway. And Q's it moving tonight. It's moving very smoothly. Very smoothly. But it's because the semiconductors are going parabolic. But chat, on this trade, my risk is 350. My target's up here because that is where I pass the account. This is fully just a P&L number trade. We get there, we go 4 for 4, we pass the account. We pull back here, we're still up like 15, 1600, and we're vibing. Marks, it happens, brother, right? The nice part is you're not stressing yourself out just to be able to trade. That's the best thing to do, though. Never put yourself in a financial bind to trade. It's not worth it, right? I know you're chasing the freedom, but spend time learning. Focus on getting the financial aspect in check for the most part, and then give yourself some risk. Because it's really hard to risk if you don't have the finances for it, because I've been there. It is not fun. Yeah, PSI, but that is also why I'm being more aggressive today, because we're trending. Was your target 506? My target is strictly because that is where this account kicks me out. NQ is approaching last month's lows. Curious, did anyone take the long near yesterday's highs around 414s on NQ? Yeah, Reg. I mean, it's just the hardest time to trade is when you are financially struggling. It is not easy whatsoever. When I went full time and I was now fully dependent on that, it wasn't easy. Hell yeah, Rag. Beautiful trade, brother. What we need to kind of happen here, right? What we're going to watch, NQ's approaching last month's lows. If we break that again, like yesterday's highs, should see a pretty easy continuation there. However, if we're struggling here while ES is still below yesterday's highs, we may sit in a little bit more of a consolidation. May get stopped out, which, whatever. But as you look at the other indices, the reason I got in this, look across the board. All of these look like they currently want to go higher on the 5-minute. They currently look like they want continuation on the 15. If we get all 4 trending together, you have a trending market and you buy the pullbacks. Agreed, Marks. Agreed. And it's just a lot of extra stress that is not needed. It's like when people chase payouts on prop firms. You normally don't trade well because you're focusing on the dollar amount. Nice, Rob. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be like, this is a trade I will be fully transparent. Do I like the setup a lot? Yes. Do I think we could get over 506? Yes. But do I think we may reject before? Could. This target is strictly P&L. Leon, you're saying what price would I be looking for NQ to pull back for? I mean, if NQ pulls back at all, we likely take a stop on this last trade. But looking at NQ, I mean, you want to trade off a structure. We don't have much structure here. We have a bit, obviously, at last month's low where we've respected this a lot. So if we reject here, that's why I anticipate a bigger consolidation on NQ. So it's a little worrisome that we're up there. Going to keep an eye on it. Trade's going to do what it's going to do. If it breaks above, we can look for 600, possibly 700. We talked about 28,700 yesterday, and I still think we can easily get there. It's just going to be when do we get there for the most part. But NQ could pull back on this 15-minute chart down into 28.4s, and it would hold structure. It could pull back 100 points all the way back here. Question is going to be is right now, obviously, bulls are in control. How strong are they? Are we going to get a continuation trend on this where we just keep setting higher lows, getting buys? If so, we may not get that pullback. If they get a little exhausted, which they might, then we may see that move back towards that 400 area. 440 to like 400, or no, sorry, 440 to like 414s. So this little pivot here to this. If we're overly bullish and bulls maintaining control, it might not pull back any farther than 480. So it really just depends on how strong the market's going to be. Dollar's obviously a little bit stronger. Oil still hasn't gone anywhere. Nvidia is still going higher. AMD is now up 4.5% today, overnight. MU is now up 5% overnight. The only thing that's likely holding us back is just Apple. Zay, is Marvel gapping? I mean, you've literally watched me do that multiple times. Did Marvel have... Damn, Marvel just got some crazy news, didn't they? Zay, the thing I know about you, though, is you're watching these trades all the time. You'll find more. Do not let that get to you. Do you know how many bullworms are out there, brother? There's bullworms every day, everywhere. And one more day to pay out. Hope this keeps going. Hopefully it does, Leon. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me is if tomorrow rips, like if we get a continuation tomorrow, I am pretty decently bullish next week. Like pretty decently bullish. There's still a lot of if in there because in the end, we are still range bound. I mean, Young, 1K still not a bad trade. Past couple of evals, let's go. Hell yeah, VL. Even if someone held that initial entry, target hit, right? We were looking at 97.75. If you didn't want to be quicker in and out like I am, trade my normal way, where you're entering, looking for a larger move, it hit. What do you think that was like 2.5 R? ARNAV. I'm not Rake. I'm Ron Trades. I'm one of the 5 hosts on this stream. So I'll do a little cheeky plug real quick. For those of you that don't know, might be new here, there's 5 of us. Also, did someone fucking bot the likes again? Because now we're up over 225. And we were just at 194. Whenever I talk, they fucking shoot up 30 to 40. And I know you guys. And you guys don't like that fast. But we'll run a giveaway at the end of stream. Obviously, no matter what number I put it at, so I'm going to do this. If that person's still here and still doing it, get us to 250. Let's see if you're actually doing it. But there's 5 of us to stream here. I obviously start the day session out when market opens, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Alan, Mr. Azang trades. Bucket 300. Alan's 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, which is going to be that pre-London time. Jake, Rake Trades is 8:30 in the morning to roughly 11:30. Mr. Mitch, Mr. Gamma, 12:30 to 1:30. And then that goes right into Lamelli with Power Hour, ICT, 1:30 to 3:30. So there's 5 of us you can watch. The overall P&L, I'm always transparent about it. This is an eval, right? We've taken 3 trades so far, all winners. Just call chat unserious. No, Bash. I just know my chat. And chat, would you fucking look at it? We're 7 away from 230. All right, let's see it. This could absolutely, by the way, this could nuke the algorithm of this stream. Not the entire stream, but just this one stream. We'll see. If we get here, I know clear as day. Some dude sitting there on the keyboard just going, you know what? Here's 10 more. Here's 10 more. Mike, I'll do one at the end of the stream. But I will say, we just shot up 40 viewers as well. If people ask for giveaways, I'll save it for Sunday. If we get a bunch of people in that beg for giveaways, we'll save it to Sunday. But yes, the plan right now is to run one at the end of stream. Are we buffering? Let's see. No, we're good. I got a thing on my end that says some people may experience buffering. So if you get it, you get it. Big Bang Clips, I trade options a lot. Lately, my P&L has been 50-50 options futures, just the way it's been. But it's been a good 2 weeks for me. I think in the past 2 weeks, I would say the P&L is probably 50-50. 2 weeks, I'm up like $6,000 on options, and then we took 5,400 plus 7,100 in lucid payouts. So that might be on your end because that was the first time I got the buffering thing. It could also be YouTube. Are you able to keep in mind how 60 different members trade? Randy, I just know the other host. I mean, before stream, I was a few minutes late to stream and obviously had technical difficulties a little bit. But that was because we were literally all on a call. We were all just chatting about how stream's been going. But no, I mean, they all trade very obvious styles. And also, some of y'all know, I watch damn near every single stream. So I know how people trade. Fate, Mitch's gamma indicator, he took the data from VS3D and had Claude code that indicator for him. And it is not available. It's not available because it uses someone else's information, like someone else's data. Obviously, the company VS3D. And I know Mitch works with them personally. So he's not going to make it a paid indicator because it's giving away their data that you would have to pay for. When you went to full-time trading, what made you make that decision? Life in general. I was doing sales and managing for basically trash and construction services. Like one of my clients was all of the Taco Bells in Dallas-Fort Worth. But I was doing that. My mom was a part of the company. She ended up leaving the company. And little TLDR, the owners that we just didn't love, not amazing people, gave me, the new year was coming. They basically said, hey, you can now commute 5 days a week instead of one, which it was an hour and a half drive each way. You can now make 250 something cold calls every single week, which I never made a cold call in my life with that company. I would take less commission and less salary off all the accounts I already had. And there was one other thing as well. So they basically made it like you can either choose to get the hell out of the company or be miserable. And I made the choice. Yeah, Rob, I managed the services at all the Dallas-Fort Worth Taco Bells. They were all my clients. Young, what do you mean you stream rated? Yeah, Rob. I mean, I didn't love what I did, but it was good money at the time. Now, mind you, my salary was ass. I've told you guys what that was before. It was primarily commissions. At the same time, though, I was also owed like 3.5 months of commissions when I ended up leaving. So that kind of funded the first 3-4 months of my trading when I went full-time. I'm about to go full-time when I pass this eval. Greatest time to do it, you know? Pass an eval, you're already ready. Give up everything else, all your stability, just rip to funded. For those of you that may not know, that was a joke. Please don't do that. Chat, by the way, just threw up a poll. Let me know how you guys are doing. I'm also testing something out with the poll. Let's see if this stop holds as we continue to range under yesterday's highs. At the moment, doesn't look amazing, right? But we'll see. Wait, Young, did you seriously? Because I was like, the viewers just shot up. No, Vince, I'm up by Cleveland, Ohio. So I live in Ohio. Appreciate you, Young. But also, Young, what I will say is in the future, don't do that. Just because if you think about it, like, yeah, people love seeing it in general. Will people always love seeing P&Ls? Yeah. The one thing I'm saying, just don't do that, because if it was our stream and someone came in just saying, hey, go to this guy's stream because he's doing well today, it wouldn't feel great. It wouldn't really bother me too much because I'd probably just time the person out, to be honest. But I don't want other streamers to think that we're trying to do that, because we're not. Oil pulled back a little bit, trying to hold support. So we need to keep an eye on oil. Gold's still weak. Yeah, we'll likely take... Oh, we did just take a stop. All right, we took one stop there. So we are 3-1 on the day. AJ, in my full honest thing with LeBron, he came to Cleveland. He did his thing. He does not need to come back. He came back, won the city a ship, dipped. I don't blame him. But no, with people in Ohio, people either absolutely love LeBron because he obviously is from here, he came back, won, or people hate everything about him because he left. Big Bang Clips. You're viewing that perspective wrong. It's not that people from Ohio love North Carolina. It's that most people from Ohio hate Ohio. A little fun fact for you. Most people here want to move somewhere else, especially somewhere that's warm. I don't know how so many people love Ohio. I don't hate it, to be honest. Like, people always ask me, when are you going to move? I don't hate Ohio at all. I actually love the seasons. How much do you trade options with capital-wise? Newbie, I trade options with a smaller account, but I'm very aggressive with it. Normally, anywhere between 1 to 3K. And I will put the entire 1K in a position and not care. All it does is, because in the past, my worst trades were from having too much capital in my options account, so I just prevent that from happening. Do I think I would full port it if I had 10K in it? No. But just in case I have that one shit day, I don't give myself the opportunity to. This is a 50K. Right now, the past 2 weeks, I've been primarily trading 50K Lucid Pros. I did also max the consistency on a Tradeify Select account today. It's only the first day, so it's not up crazy. Trash state, trash college football, trash football, the list goes on. Gael, I would like to remind you and the rest of the chat, you are from Michigan. That is worse. Your team is dog shit. Always will be dog shit. You had 2 good years, and you guys think you're him because of it. That's just how it is. There's one team always ranked in the top 5 when the season starts. And there's one team who's barely ranked every time the season starts. So just going to leave that there. Throwing down, always, dude. Me and Guy will always go back and forth. Always, polar bear. But I bleed blue, yeah. But that's how it should be. We should be able to banter back and forth. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's just a sport. That's what, dude, that is something that I think is crazy. Because you go to a big sporting event and there are people who genuinely hate those who support the opposing team because the team they support. I think it's the craziest thing in the world. Who gives a shit who they support? You don't have to hate someone because of it. Are you only trading ES or NQ2? I primarily trade ES. My main thing with NQ during this session, there's been too many times because Because if I traded NQ, I would trade MNQ. And when you trade MNQ during this session with low volume, low liquidity most often, you get bigger divergences or discrepancies between MNQ and NQ. I've gotten stopped out probably 4 times in MNQ when NQ never hit that level because of those wicks. And because of that, I don't trade NQ that much. I don't mind trading it during New York if I see a nice setup. I see, so you full port 1 to 3 per week. No, newbie, I don't. Most of the time, if I have like $1,000 account, I'll put like 500 in it. If it's 3,000, 500 to 700. I definitely don't just load up the account, full port, and hope for the best. Am I willing to be aggressive with the money in there? Yes, wholeheartedly. That's why it's in there. I will not have $1 in a trading account that I'm not willing to risk. Unless I'm in like a long-term trading account. I probably should clarify that. Oh, dude, big man, it's crazy how pissed off some people get. Like, I guarantee you, if Gael showed up to a Michigan-Ohio State game at the shoe in all Michigan gear, he would not be treated well. I know that for a fact. I've seen what it's like there. And same thing for me. If I went up to Michigan in all OSU gear, I would not be treated well. But that's just a rivalry. Knock him out in his overalls. There's only 41 of you that voted on the poll. Interesting. Anyways, chat, what do you guys say we run it? I'm not going to say the word, but y'all know what we're doing. If we get stopped out to the tick and it reverses, sons of bitches. I'm counting it as 4 for 4, even though we took a stop. Not yet. Wait till you see the comment in the chat. I'm going to follow up on chat real quick. My brother went to UT. He would always wear the opposing team's jersey. He got hated so much. Rob, that's funny as hell. If we change bias, are we still bullish? Setup. One biggest thing I will say, and anyone who's typing exclamation mark enter will have to type it again. If I am looking at this chart, I am not changing bias. If I'm looking for like lower time frame 1-to-1 R trades or kind of scalps, sure. But any time frame I flip to real quick, it's straight up. I'm bullish until proven otherwise. Until we make like a 15-minute or hourly structure change, I lean to the upside. Jimbo, that's awesome. All right, chat. I'm going to start it now. I see a bunch of you typing it. You're going to have to type it again. You do. Because I haven't started it yet. Once StreamBot's in, we'll see. I'll also be able to see the decency of viewers based on entries. To enter, all you have to do, exclamation mark, the word enter, and send it. There's a chance we go 3 for 4, and our stop was the low. When in full transparency, if we waited on the initial talk with this one, right? We said pull back down into this support to long. It pulled back there, you know. Sometimes we enter a little early. I love this entry. I'd take it again no matter what. But there's a chance that ends up being the low. No, Leon, you're good. We're running it right now, though. Chat, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Right here on streams, what you do, exclamation mark, the word enter, send it. I'll be back in 1 second. Oh, we did get stopped at the low. These sons of bitches. Set 2, you only have to type it once. Just letting you know. I saw like 20 of them. The math ain't mathing on the entry numbers. Just saying. Ollie, it's just right outside my door. You're good. Don't worry about it. Chat. We might have got wicked. We might have got wicked. Ollie, if there wasn't people that lived that way, I wouldn't be opposed. NVIDIA might not even give us 97.5s. It might gap up higher. Yes, Rob. Rob, are you saying if your entry was down here, like if you bought around where I stopped, if we break these highs, that is when I would look to trail that stop. Once we shift structure, I move my stops. Why didn't I re-enter? Ollie, I just didn't feel like it, to be honest. I did not feel like it. Plus, I don't want to get too stabby. There's a fine line for me between taking higher probability trades and then all of a sudden just being aggressive and stabbing the market over and over. And usually, if I do that too much, that can lead to me trading poorly. Because when I tilt, it's most likely not like just big losses. It's multiple smaller losses that are just stacking up. RNB, what you talking about, 200? Also, the math really isn't mathing, but we'll run the giveaway. Jason, General AO, are you in the chat? Yeah, Miguel, that's usually how my tilts are. Have you won before, Jason? I see you're normally Alan's stream. So this is your first stream here? No, first time on stream? Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you. I was just looking at your logs. And I see that you're normally on Alan's stream entering giveaways. You always congratulate someone else. Oh, I clicked on Ollie's instead. So appreciate you being here. Anyways, if you shoot me a DM on Instagram, ! Ron G. Jimbo, you're a little late, brother. ! Ron G. It'll give you the link. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. Let me know when you send it so I can double check that it's you real quick. Because since we've been streaming, I get quite a few DMs for people asking me for free accounts because it would change their family's life. And it's pretty often. I'm going to be honest. I'm not surprised, dude. You get them and it's crazy. It's like, can you please give me a free account? And I'm like, no, I can't. Yeah, trader. It's just a strong uptrend, my guy. That's it. And the crazy thing is people are going to look at this and be like, what is this price action? Because we're actually trending. And we don't do this that often. I will eat them on silver. Calm, you got it. Done deal. Done and a half. It will change your fish's life. Ollie, if you show me a video of you making your fish take the trades every single day, done. Done deal. Actually, I can't give you an account. You've won too many times. You made it look like I rigged the giveaways because you won twice in one damn day. Can I have my wife divorce me, then I skip anniversary dinner for a giveaway? Well, BL, you did partly skip an anniversary dinner for a giveaway. So, but she's got to understand, right? Probabilities. Moke, he didn't actually win multiple accounts, but I picked his name in the giveaway. He'd already won before. So we canceled it and went to give it away to someone else. And it picked him again. Yeah, we did the giveaway, brother. You can't, Rob. It was just me showing, like, I pulled the actual thing up. I pulled this up on stream. And I canceled the winner because, like, I can see when you guys comment all of that. Canceled it. And then picked. Also, these numbers do not math for how many viewers we had during the giveaway. Just saying. So something's fishy. But yeah, Rob, nobody's won twice. We make sure of that. I double check everything when I do giveaways. Globex market is so weird. It is normally, but when it trends well. Yeah, George. I mean, I fully think I am. You want to know a good indication that we are? There's two. I don't know what I can show and what I can't show. Can I show everything on this screen? Yes. Yes. I think. There's no numbers anywhere. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so like this. The viewers, you're telling me that's normal? Within 10 minutes? That ain't normal. That ain't how it goes. Cosby ripping hard. I don't think the market pulls back. I truly don't. Like, I know people were talking about shorts earlier, and I just said I can't get myself to short this. It does not. There's zero aspects of this current structure that makes me want to short. Could possibly change my life and your family's life, just saying. George, how in the world would it change my family's life? Oh, George, don't worry. That is my exact answer. Are you going to re-enter the trade? Nah. RNV. Or ARN, I'm not. If I would have re-entered, it would have been right where my stop was. People likely entered there based off of the conversation we had before. For me, I'm not going to chase a trade. Even if I'm trading an eval, I trade it exactly like I trade my funded, and I do not care. I'll just trade it more aggressively with size without a problem. But I will not chase a trade. There's no reason for it. If this market's going to trend like I think we can, like truly trend tomorrow, easily up towards 75.50s, there will be so many more entries. Do not worry about missing a 10-point move. And to be fair, these trades I'm taking today are very low targets. Normally, I'm looking for like 20 on a trim. Damn, NVIDIA might not give us 197.5. We might not be able to get what we want for a little retest right here. Especially if it picks up like AMD. AMD's up 5%. Semiconductors are moving. MU's 5.5. Qualcomm's trying to recover its earnings where it shit the bed. Dude, I love that NVIDIA chart. I do. Yeah, agreed, Aaron. Plus, I know there will be more trade. Like we showed it. I caught this initial long in the beginning. Then we caught this pullback. Like if we caught this trade, we would have caught every single pullback in the market throughout the stream, which is awesome. But that just shows you can continue to buy pullbacks till it doesn't follow through. Enter on NVIDIA with the future stock thing. Brother, hang on. Ollie, where would you like me to enter? Show me exactly which buy setup we should enter this on. You remember when we talked about single stock futures in the beginning? And I said, I do not think there's going to be liquidity or volume. This is the liquidity and volume we are dealing with. Single stock futures at the moment are the biggest flop that we have seen in trading. They are. Do they have potential when volume picks up on them? Yes. But right now, there is absolutely nothing to do on these. This is just little Jim Bob from Utah putting in an order up here and getting filled. But there ain't shit you can do on this. Yeah, Ollie, it's a whole nother ticker. So for this to happen, you likely need the volume to come in, and what's going to move the market is bigger buyers like hedge funds actually trading it. If a hedge fund sees this chart, they are not going to want to put risk on it. If you get filled at the moment, oh, son of a bitch. Let's say you get filled here. You lose 0.5% between two candles. There's just nothing there. But it is a flop, but we expected it. Like we talked about, people always asked, am I excited for single stock futures? No. Because there's likely not going to be liquidity. Until they rotate liquidity, it's not going to be a thing. What prop firms offer the stocks? Rob, currently none. For prop firms, when they get new accounts, they have to do beta testing. And you can't beta test that, right? Like, this is Tesla. You got to be able to beta test the numbers, see what the risk parameters should be per contract, per account, all of that. I don't think prop firms are going to have these accounts for a very long time, because we actually need to see liquidity show up in these markets, and we need a metric shitload of liquidity, and it's going to take a lot. You have to get people to get out of, basically you have to get people to stop trading Tesla shares and trade Tesla futures instead. Yeah, George, you have to wait for the institutional traders. And to be fair, if you were an institutional trader, why would you trade that when you can just spend millions of dollars trading Tesla shares? Like if you think Nvidia is going to buy overnight and you're a fund, are you just going to buy a shitload of shares? Or are you going to trade this? Oh, can't type, fingers on the wrong key. Or are you going to trade this? I know damn well I'm just going to buy Nvidia shares during the overnight. I think a shitload is standard, not metric. Yeah, Kyle, that's definitely standard measurement. We don't use the metric system here. We use inches. Yeah, Ollie, any ticker you want to look at, just put an S in front of its name and you'll find the future. So if you do like S, was it Apple futures? Nothing. George, my ideal trade model is going to be what we've been looking at, where we're looking at different time frames for the overall support resistance aspects here. Like this one here. If I'm looking just lower time frame for the type of trades I'm taking today, I'm focusing more so on the lower time frames. All of these trades were just structure based. We pulled back, held here, got this bit of a rally. I initially longed above the open. Why? Because we're breaking above the open. We're breaking above this little resistance. I wanted to see us hit up here. Didn't quite get there. I ended up getting out on stream, I think during this candle. But we went up here. We pulled all the way back. I said I was willing to long around 80, basically like 81s to like 77s. A pullback into this range where we have this consolidation, this prior high around the open, I'm willing to buy because I believe that we are not going to break below that based off the current structure and trend. So at that point, to me, this would be more so A+. Because we're buying off of support on a lower time frame with the higher time frame trending with us. The probability of this working for me is going to be higher. Plus the risk to reward puts it in your favor. Because the initial target on this one was like 2.5, which did hit, but I got out, I think, on this candle. And then we got back in on this candle for this trade. But right now, today, we're just trading the trend. We've bought every single pullback. Every single pullback has continued to work. We just happen to get a not great entry on the last one, which truly sucks ass because we mentioned, or at least I mentioned, pullback to 91s, like retesting this makes sense, but I didn't wait for it. I got in a little early, and that'll happen. But no, for me, it's always looking at the different time frames. I want to pay attention to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is my bread and butter. Focusing on this structure, where is this pivot coming from? This 4 hour resistance. If we get above this, we should easily continue up towards high of day. That's what our second trade or third trade was off of. Now, if we get above this, which is yesterday's high, and that's why I draw these areas. If we get above that, what does the daily look like? The daily's pushing above yesterday's highs. Where should we target? Prior high. That opens us up to 524s. If we then get above 524s tomorrow, I think we go straight to 550s, which is this big resistance here. I think if buying pressure continues the way it is at the moment, there is no reason we could not get 550 tomorrow on ES. Is that guaranteed to happen? No. But I think that's a very solid upside target. And if we continue buying pressure over 550, we have a decent amount of room. Because the weekly chart now, like we have weekly conviction. We have weekly fail to go lowers going into the last day. We have monthly conviction. NQ now with this little push it's had is setting a monthly fail to go lower. Bulls want to close this as far away from that as possible. So if we get a gap up tomorrow, if we get a rally into 93 fours, wouldn't shock me because we'd be targeting last week's highs. Bulls want to close this as strong as humanly possible on the last day of the month. Plus, you're likely seeing profit taking on the shorts from earlier this month. But just looking at all the time frames, seeing the conviction where everything agrees, everything's trending together, that is what the market I want to be in. Usually when I take a lot of stops throughout a week on stream, it's because we're consolidating. And that's just usually where I don't excel because I'm usually looking for like 2.5 plus R trades. The trades today have been a lot quicker trades, which isn't what I'd normally trade, but I'm okay trading it when I want to. Are you taking any more trades today? Probably not. I'll probably be on stream for a little bit since there's a decent amount of you guys still in here. You guys are active. So I'll hang out for a little bit, but I'm probably not going to take any more. Primarily because entering here, can you get a continuation? Yes, but you could easily get more of a pullback. I would want a little bit more of a structure. At some point, NQ will get a broader consolidation or a broader pullback. And I'm kind of just waiting. If we pulled back here, retested yesterday's highs, which once again, retesting the prior resistance, could make sense for another long. But we don't have to pull back. This could easily keep trending. Yeah, agree, George. And that is the market I love to trade. Just give me higher highs, higher lows on a time frame, and I will trade over and over without any problem. Because you can catch, if you just, like this shows, if you just buy the pullbacks, you get the continuation. This trade is so dumb, though. It's not even like aggravating or irritating. Just the fact that I put the stop where I initially wanted the entry and talked about, and we got fucking stopped to the tick. You know why we are different from the rest of the world metric to interest? Rob, that's just because we did what we wanted to do. I mean, it's the most American thing in the world. Everyone else is doing something else. Fuck it. We make our own for absolutely no reason. But no, I don't know the actual detailed reason behind it. Because I'm sure there is one. Secured another Apex payout? Hell yeah, right? What about Google? Looks like tomorrow could be green over red. Let's look at Google. Guys, if you have any stocks you want me to look at too, I'll look at them real quick. Google, you have this zone I've been watching. If you get over 340s, this thing can move. Same thing as NVIDIA, right? Find a larger daily resistance pivot. Pay attention to it. It's the easiest way to trade individual stocks. Look at Google every time it's been here and it's respected. Broke right here. Gapped up, rallied 10%. Obviously earnings. Who cares though? Retested here. 3.5% in a day. Ended up rallying even farther. If we get above this, gap over this at like 340s, what's to say we don't go back up towards this 360s? 5%. Now, mind you, everything I'm talking about is overly bullish right now. because the charts look like it, but that can change by the morning. We'll see where everything opens up. If everything opens up strong, especially as we come into the monthly close, we could get an uptrending month next month, and I'm here for it. But I'm not married to it, because if you zoom out, even though I'm talking decently bullish, we are in the middle of the daily range. Just is what it is. At the same time, though, ES is quite literally, like, if we have another candle, put this into perspective. For people that might be overly bearish, if we have another candle like today's price action, plus 30 points, we're at new all-time highs. That's how close we are to all-time highs. But I've yet to be overly bearish within this bigger time frames. Like we talked about yesterday too. If this support holds, I have zero reason to short. None at all. Unless we got a stronger rejection off 74.10s, then I'd be interested in shorting, but we didn't. We got above. As long as now 74.10s hold, I'm bullish on the market. I think we could easily get back up into 7600s. Daniels, if you are trying to enter the giveaway, you are about 30 minutes behind on stream, unfortunately. So you will see this in about 30 minutes. The ship with the engineer saying so we had to make up something on the fly. Hell yeah, Rob. What up, Brett? How you doing? See you, most Fab. Yeah, agreed, Bass. The market's been, and that's where a lot of people have been struggling. The market's been very, very easy to make money, but very easy to lose it as well because of the ranges. 750, a good target on NQ. Now remember, I will never tell you how to execute your trades. Yes, 740s, 750s, anywhere in there. You can see it's quite literally a pivot we've been watching. Like these were all drawn on stream with you guys. Why we were looking at them, why we've talked about them over and over. It's held very well. Right now, the next big resistance I'm looking at on NQ is 700 to 750. Appreciate you, William. Just so you guys know, I'll do another cheeky plug. I'm obviously not the guy in the thumbnail, right? That's Rake. I'm Ron G Trades. There's 5 of us on this stream. I stream the Asia session, early Asia, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Obviously, sometimes a little later. Alan A. Zhang streams pre-London, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. If you can get on that stream, get on that stream. That man's got knowledge. Jake, Rake Trades, 8:30 to 11:30, New York Open. Mitch, lunch session, 12:30 to 1:30. He trades a lot of gamma, so if you want to learn gamma, that's your guy. And then we have Mr. ICT, Lamelli, 1:30 to 3:30 during power hour. So we got 5 different trading styles that you guys can look at. I would say me and Jake trade the most similar, but obviously we trade drastically different in the end when you look at it. See you, Ollie. Classic 1, 2, 3 bar rake style trade. 6-year-old can do it. Agree, lasagna. And that's the thing too. When you look at a chart like this, these trades aren't hard to get in or find or look at. It's just when we overanalyze it psychologically where we don't trade well. So you're saying I should fall asleep watching Alan trades? Beltrix. I'd be lying if I said I haven't done that before. Yeah. I woke up to my phone dead because I fell asleep with Alan's stream on. Can I blame Alan for it? Yes, I think I can. Appreciate you, Ali. If you guys want to follow any of the people I just mentioned, I'll just put all their Instagrams in chat. You can do exclamation mark, whoever's name to get it, in any other stream. Would you do a dual stream with Alan? A-Trades, we talked about that today. Would I stream Alan's session? Probably not. I mean, unless he reached out and asked if I wanted to hop on, then yeah, probably. But what I'd be more interested in, and I told them about it, because like I said, we had a call today. I told him, anyone ever wants to hop in this stream, feel free. I'll welcome. I know Alan trades this session a lot. If he wants to hop on, rip some knowledge to you guys, rip some trades, all for it. Teach us how it's done. Appreciate you, Vin. Alejandro, New York's been really nice. Which, I mean, we've been taking a brunt of it during Asia because we get consolidations, but that's how it's going to be. One of the 5 markets that we trade and stream is likely going to consolidate. Majority of the time, the numbers usually lean towards this session. Appreciate you, mine. It means a lot, brother. Have you thought about streaming from 10 p.m. Eastern? No, Ren, I wouldn't want to stream that. I wouldn't want to start that late. Would I be open to possibly extending stream? Yeah, but if I'm extending to 10, you have the 4-hour open. At that point, you got to extend to 11. At that point, Alan's only 2 hours away. So, what do you do? But no, I like the time slot we're in because we get the 2 market opens. If I want to stay for the Hong Kong Open, I can trade past 9. I do love trading after 10 because we get that 4-hour close. And that's where a majority of my trades come from outside of stream. For those of you that are new, I don't trade New York a lot with futures. And a lot of people are going to say it's crazy, but I don't. I trade between 7 p.m. Eastern and 3 a.m. Eastern. There's days like today. I slept through New York Open. I woke up, it was 10:30, and I'm like, son of a bitch. But I also went to bed at 4, so some days be like that. Checked out Mitch's stream today while that man has knowledge about order flow mechanics of price. He does, George, and it's very, very interesting. I know y'all know he has me very interested in using it and utilizing it. Alan talked about it today as well. I know he's mentioned it a few times on stream. He's interested in it because the power behind it. You see why the market's doing what it's doing. I guarantee you if someone pulled up a gamma map, most of these pullbacks or rejections would have some type of order sitting there. Yeah, Big Bang. The night session's way less chaotic. Way less. But also, during New York Open, you get all the degens. Now, you guys can correct me, because I know some of you are purebred degenerates. As pure as it gets. But there's not a lot of degens that are waking up and be like, you know what I want to do? Full port Asia session. Appreciate you, Jason. Means a lot, brother. Congrats on winning. Did you shoot me a DM on Instagram before you go? Let me check. Yes, but got you, brother. What I'll do is once stream ends, I'll probably end in a few minutes. I'll get you that account. That's gonna get you hurt, in a 2-hour slow burn. Yeah, Bass. Imagine someone who trades New York Open and degens it, trying to be a degenerate during Asia, and you get yesterday's price action. Imagine full porting during this, where we were within a broader range for 11 hours straight. 10 hours, actually, because it opens at 6. Yeah, that sounds miserable. Leon, I used to absolutely hate Asia, but it's because I didn't know how to trade it. You can't trade it the same way as New York, in my opinion. Where New York, you can be drastically aggressive, look for a 2-minute entry that rips 150 points in 10 minutes. Can that happen in Asia? Yes, but it's not going to happen as often. And I used to try to trade it that way. Super tight stop loss, being aggressive, looking for big hits. You're not always going to get that in this session. So you have to truly adapt to be able to sit here and trade the Asia session. But yeah, this used to be my worst session in total. I used to never trade night session, and if I did, I would blow an account or lose it because I would overtrade out the ass. Demon, unfortunately, your boy got stopped out right here. We caught 3 trades before that. Got stopped out this one. It's working. Am I going to re-enter? No. But I'm not currently in anything. The nice part about my streams, you can always see realized P&L right below the picture, unrealized. If unrealized is blank, I am not in a trade. But we got this eval up about 1,600. The Tradeify is up 1,250, so that one's locked out because of the 40% consistency. So far we're sitting pretty on these two. No worries, brother. Breezy. I feel like there's a different reason why newer traders and more experienced traders use prop firms. And the last week for me has been a good example. It's the leverage you can get off of it. Like I started trading these Lucid Pros 2 weeks ago. I passed the first one. I think I used 2 evals on the first try. Failed the first one, passed the second one. That first account, which was quite literally my first Lucid Pro funded, got a payout with it. So I think I had 40% off. So for $200, I got 1,700 withdraw. I then took that 1,700, bought 3 more accounts. Failed one, passed 2, had 3. Or no, I passed all 3, but I accidentally failed the funded. So I had 3, used that this week to get a $6,000 payout. And now I'm continuously trading them. So for, let's see, 200, bought 3. So for $500, I got $7,100 in payouts in the last 2 weeks. So it's just the leverage you can get off of it. Like Alan as well. He goes through a lot of prop firms accounts that he's honest about. He's honest about as much as he spends on them. But he's able to get high 6 figures in payouts each year because of the prop firms and the way he's able to leverage them. Now, mind you, you could do the exact same thing on your personal account. You just can't copy trade. So if I was just on my personal account, I'd be up $4,000-ish in the past week and a half. I'm up 550 on my eval. Third one, never passed 1. Only 5 months in. Demon, that's not bad at all, brother. You're 5 months in, you're still starting. But just keep taking it slow. Remember, the biggest thing, for those of you that may be new to stream, the biggest cheat code to prop firms is do not give a single shit about the time. There's obviously a cap of when you can get payouts. I can get a payout every 3 days. If I continuously chase payouts every 3 days, I will blow the accounts. Because all I'm doing is chasing P&L at that point. Just trade how you want to trade. Execute how you want to execute. The payout will come over time. Nothing says you have to pass an eval right away. Nothing says you need a payout as soon as humanly possible. When news like FOMC comes out, do hourly and daily candles matter, or is it? Ryan, when I get candles like that with data, I look at multiple time frames. So I'll look at the hourly, I'll look at the 30, I'll look at the 15, see what the overall structure is leading into that daily candle and use that. So yes, the daily candles matter, but if you get like a huge 100-point wick on ES that immediately gets bought back up, I focus on that less. I like to focus on price action where it's actually been traded, not just like a random ass news spike wick, you know? Yeah, Breezy. Like this last payout I got where I got 6,000, which obviously they took 10%. I got 5,400, whatever it was. I was copy trading 3 accounts. So I trade on one account, it copies the trades onto those accounts, and it's just leverage. So now that I got that payout, I'm willing to buy more evals, which you guys currently see me trading, to add a little bit more leverage into it. The one thing I personally don't do though is I won't buy 5 evals and try to pass them all right away. I like to leverage into it. Does it suck if you do well and get multiple payouts? Of course, you can always make more money. But for me, I want to keep my initial cost basis low, where once I get a payout, now I'm willing to leverage it. Now I'm willing to take that money, especially because you can write it off against the payout, buy more evals, and try to compound the future payouts. What's your strategy? Multi-time frame analysis is the key. And then just, there's a lot to it. Big aspect, multi-time frame analysis. So I'm looking at all the different time frames, looking at the different structure. I use divergences between the indices, right? Where's the correlation? Is the market rotating or are we all trending together? What's weaker? What's stronger? Where do I want to trade? Stuff like that. And then just pivots. Primarily 4-hour. I love using the 4-hour chart. It's my bread and butter. A lot of people would benefit from this, and here's exactly why I use it. If I'm taking a 5-minute setup, typically you'll get 2 to 4 candles in that direction. If you take a 4-hour setup, like this 4-hour higher low from late last night, and you get a break on that, what are you kind of looking for? 2 to 4 candles of continuation. That is 8 to 16 hours of possible trend. That is why I like using the 4-hour. That is also why a lot of times, for those of you that may be new, I'm willing to hold trades throughout the entire night if the setup's there. If I was looking for a huge winner today and there's a really big trade, I would have held this initial entry with a wider stop and just let it go and not care. I would have probably set alerts, set an OCO bracket, woke up at the open, see if I'm filled or not. If I am, cool. These guys using the prop firms get max payouts as many times as possible. Do they not stay on live? Is it bets just to do payouts and blow them? No, George. There are people who try to just get payouts and blow them to stay in the prop game. Prop firms have caught on. You used to be able to do that, where you could just rinse prop firms, go get new accounts, rinse them again. Now, most prop firms have P&L caps. I think Tradeify's is like 100 grand. Is 100 grand sick? Yes. But if you hit 100 grand, congrats. You can no longer trade with that prop firm. You have to go trade with someone else. My goal is to go live. I have zero reason to purposely blow an account. It fundamentally doesn't make sense, especially because there are huge benefits with prop firms for going live. Like there are rewards bonuses on Lucid and Tradeify where you can make extra thousands of dollars for doing well. I want that shit. I don't want to sit in a funded account forever. I want to work my way to live, get live with a prop firm, and then keep trading those accounts. But I'm also not married to the accounts. If I lose an account, I lose an account. I'm not worried about it. I can get another one. It's not that insanely hard once you have consistency. But no, there are people who try to leverage the game and just continuously stay in the funded aspect. I don't agree with it because, to be honest, being live just seems way better. In the past, yeah, it made sense. When you could copy trade 5 accounts and you would go live with 1 account, yeah, I see why people would want to stay. But now prop firms are willing to give you 3 to 5 live accounts, plus rewards if you do well. CWAH, the 4-hour for me right now is tougher because we have just seen aggressive buying pressure, right? We're getting back into these areas where we're getting range bound. There will be a point, and it could start right now. There will likely be a point where we see a broader consolidation on the 4-hour, whether it's 1, 2 candles, whatever it may be. To be honest, I would kind of love that right now. Give me no more continuation, hold below 500. Give me a consolidation between, I don't know, 480 and 500 for 4 hours, 8 hours to set up for New York, and then you look for that break. But I don't anticipate the market to just go from here to up here. Can we? Of course. The market has no problem doing that. It's done it many times. But for me, at this point, with the way we are sitting, I would like a bit more consolidation. Because what that does, and the reason I always talk about consolidation, why I want consolidation, this and that, it builds structure. Right now, we don't have a support. We have little support on the lower time frames. But if this 4-hour consolidates here, above the open, whatever it may be, in ranges, we then have a defined support right around 480s that we can continue to trade off of. Now we know where the floor is. As long as we hold that floor, we look for continuation. If we do get a trend higher, the floor for me is yesterday's high. And that's the big area I'm going to focus on. I don't think I plan to trade the rest of the night. Probably won't look at charts again until market open, which isn't normal for me. Normally I'm trading all night long. But I would just pay attention to yesterday's high. If we can maintain above that, if NQ can maintain above last month's lows, which mind you, last month's lows will be the pivot tomorrow. Ideally for bulls, we open up nowhere near it. We get well above it and look for continuation. If we open up near it, it may be just a straight battle tomorrow of whether we're going to close above or below this to end the month. Hourly on MES is near being flipped, so maybe a pullback is coming. Holding my stop. Rob, I don't hate the idea of a little bit of a pullback. And if we hold right here, what do we do? Look at the trend. Like, let's say this is the low and we push back higher. Retest prior breakout. Pull back. Retest support. Pull back. Retest prior breakout. Pull back. Retest prior breakout. If we hold here, we can easily continue. But if we pull back below this, I'm not interested in longs right this second. I would rather wait for a little bit more of a structure to build and then look to trade. Mainly just because of what the mid time frames look like, right? This is the 30-minute chart. We had a clear support around here from New York to trade off of early PM session. Now our main support's sitting at like 490s. 480 to 490 is where I'm looking at. No bottom wings out of the candle. That's something I usually don't pay attention to. I shorted 2 micros at 21.27. 21.27. Nice short. ES or NQ? You're up like 5 points on ES. NQ, you'd be up. NQ would be a really nice short of about 60. I mean, nice for the current market we're getting, right? We're not getting insane trend. Even though, like, we're getting a nice move, we're only 25 points above the open. So it's not crazy yet. NQ short, nice. $10 p.m. structure might show something. What's the 4-hour look like? Even though I just looked at it 12 times. Yeah. If we do get a 4-hour failure to go higher, you could see if we end up rejecting this, consolidating a bit. Because we did spike this high, pushing back lower a little bit. Ideally, we want this 4-hour to close above yesterday's highs. But to be honest, I truly don't care. Because I'm likely not looking for more trades. So do whatever the market wants to do overnight. Like I said, I would love some consolidation. Love it. Because then we have a clear support. What I don't want to see is us reject here and sell all the way back off to 450s. Then we are hard stuck in a range again, and I likely will not touch a thing tomorrow during New York. Dream World for me is just a big continuation to the upside throughout the overnight or a heavy consolidation. Either of those, I'm open to trading tomorrow. Anything outside of that, not really. Yeah, George, is it crazy to short this? Yes, but it depends on expectations. If you're shorting the NQ, for instance, and you're looking wherever your stop is, and you're looking for this, I think it's crazy, right? Absurd. But if you're just looking for a little pullback to like there, okay, this is what it is. It's just a little pullback. You're just shorting the pullback. Just like in a bear market, if you find a decent support that you like and you want to long off of, you can long. You just need conviction on it. Now, mind you, am I going to be interested in shorting? No. I already mentioned I don't want to short a single thing until ES is below 74 tenths tomorrow, if that happens. Anything above that, I'm not shorting. I won't be just blindly buying dips, but I won't be shorting if we're in a downtrend. But chat, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Solid stream, went 3 for 4. This last trade kind of worked. Didn't get all the way up there though. So who knows what the execution would have been, right? Can't predict it. Not going to act like I could. It's easy to talk now, but we did mention the possible entry down here. Hopefully some of you guys got that versus getting stopped like I did. But 3 for 4, up a decent amount on an eval, on 2 evals today. Probably going to continue to trade those. If I trade New York, I'll probably only trade those, to be honest. Obviously, I don't even need to say it. Y'all know I'm going to be watching the video. So we'll see what that does. But I'm going to be stalking it. And I think I'm not that interested at the moment in continuing to trade the overnight. We'll see what structure wants to do, but I would love just a broader consolidation to set us up for tomorrow. Build me a support, and I'm ready to trade a little more aggressive. How's your week? Good, Adrian. It's been great. I've had a good week. Appreciate you, George. Well, I appreciate all you guys for being here. There's still 165 of you on here. There's been nearly 2,500 people on stream. So that's amazing. Right. I appreciate it more than you guys know. Thanks, Ron, for sharing your knowledge. Love hearing your live thoughts on the market. When you first joined Rake, they shared your story. So crazy to see how good. My man, Breezy, it means a lot. It does. And obviously, for those of you who don't know, I call everybody my man, bro. It's just the way I talk. But I appreciate it. It truly means a lot. Y'all have a great night. I will see you guys Sunday. Sunday open. Jake will be on 5:30 in the morning to kick off the day. I jump on at 7 right after. Alan, Mr. Azang, you know he's on at 1 a.m. Eastern. So be there if you're up. Anyways, I will see you guys Sunday. Have a great weekend.